let this be my last Veritech, I hope. Hey, what's up guys, this is RSR2264 with another video for you guys, and today I will be reviewing the Macross Do You Remember Well Of? The Macross Do You Remember Love VF1S Roy Folker Veritech / Valkyrie Veritech. Now, as we can see, we have it right here in Baloid mode, and the detail, the paintwork, off the charts. The articulation is a little bit to be desired, but I can get it in a pretty cool stance. So, I mean, it's not perfect, but it looks really nice. I do kind of wish the ankles had more of a rotation. They kind of are more of a tilt. They don't really have one. But besides that, the Veritech itself is just to the nines. Well, I do have some complaints. Complaint number 1. I hate stickers. Now the Veritech doesn't look as good because of the stupid stickers. Besides the stickers, the detailing is amazing. Alright, let's quickly go into the articulation. So on the arm, you have a full rotation. It's a little stiff, especially in that little section. And just also as a heads up, the arm right here can get untabbed. It's supposed to be tabbed into that little section right here. So sometimes if you move the arm, it can get untabbed. But besides that, you got arm rotation right there, swivel here, arm moves sideways, it's got a pretty nice ratchet joint. There is a pretty neat trick with the hands. If you have there's another set of hands that you can actually get them to go into the Veritech by pulling that back, which is pretty cool, but you you probably won't be using that unless it's in vehicle mode. Still pretty cool though. Moving on to the legs, and give him his hand back. So before we go on to the legs, let's go over the head of the Veritech itself, because life is very important. Alright, so let's get into the head. It goes up that far and down that far. It can do a 360, which is awesome. And both of the little laser cannons do move independently, which is really freaking nice. So you can have one going down, and you have the other one. And the eyepiece itself is made out of a green translucent piece of plastic, and it looks phenomenal. So let's get into the legs. Alright, moving into the leg, the foot has a ratchet joint and a pretty solid, very smooth joint right here, so you can move the engine itself, and it can easily open up as I knock over a Veritech off screen. So it's got that nice click, so that very nice joint. The detail on the inside is quite lacking. It's kind of hard to see, but there's no detail in there, which is kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. Let's see. There we go. So the detail in there is kind of disappointing. You do have a compartment right there for the wheel for the jet mode, which is pretty nice. And this right here flips up. I don't know exactly why, but it does. Then right here you have a rotation at the leg, which is which is quite nice. But oh man, that's kind of tight. Let's see if I can get you back to. There we go. So as you can see, it's a pretty tight joint, which is really nice. And then right here, you have a ratchet joint, and then right here, it's another ratchet joint. Well, ratchet joint, and the legs do plug into right here, near the nose cone. And I'll get to that further into the transformation. And the other leg is the same. So, overall, this backpack doesn't really plug into anything, so it just kind of hangs there. I think, there we go. Oh, there we go, that's better. So you gotta make sure you get this little piece right here all the way up. Also, this other back plate right here just kinda hangs right there. It doesn't really tab into anything. But besides that, oh man, this easily has one of the best jet modes of any Veritech I've owned. I mean, it looks phenomenal. The detail is nice in Battloid mode. But the nice thing about the Veritech, it doesn't just have one mode, it has 3 modes. And oh man, the transformation just sucks. But right before we get into the transformation, because I forgot to mention this, the gun pod is also very well detailed with silver right here for the triple cannon right here, and does have that little red light right there. And the stock itself is collapsible, which is nice. Alright, so here we have it in Gerwalk mode, and more or less Gerwalk mode is just kind of a hybrid mode between Jet and the Battloid itself when it's in full mech. Ultimately, it does look nice, but the transformation is just such a pain in the ass, you know? So now we have the missile attached right here. You have the landing gear here. All you need to do is flip up that panel, and flip up that panel, and then you wish you had smaller hands. And here we have jet mode. It looks amazing in jet mode. It really does. The detail is, I mean, it does look nice, but it's a little floppy back here, and I'm sure that's why they recommend tabbing into here. But there's something missing. Where the hell do you put the gun pod? Right here I have the other 2 versions of the Veritech. This is the same thing as the other one. This is just a different color. So right here we have 2 little holes on the arms where you take the gun pod, and there's a special attachment for it. There we go, there's a special attachment for it to go into the gun pod itself, and you just plug it into the arms of the Veritech, and dun-ta-da-dun, it's on there. Pretty good. Then on the larger one that I have over here, there is a tab in the arm. Apparently on the back of the arms there's a little part that you can actually take out so you can put the gun in there. Yeah, they weren't kidding. It's actually there. Who designed this? And there we go. Nice and tight and pretty snug, all things considered. Overall, jet mode looks nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's a kind of more sci-fi-esque Tomcat, but I don't know, it's just kind of, it doesn't feel really, it just feels kind of wobbly. It's not the worst thing ever, and the gun pod fell out, but honestly, my ultimate complaint with this thing isn't the detail, it's not the articulation. Transforming this thing is a pain in the ass. And there's just nothing you can do. With my other 2 Veritechs, I have no issue transforming either one of them anytime at all. But this beast, honestly, put it in one mode and just keep it in that one mode. And like many, you're just gonna leave it in Battloid mode. So let's get this thing back in Battloid mode now. Which is the only thing that's here. I can say it sucks. However, I was going to say the doesn't make any try. So basically, move this up, this up, you want to untap this and this from the condition until it doesn't move. It's kind of stiff. I'm not going to pull this forward. There you go. I'm afraid you're going to move this up. Take one handed. And then I'll start with the heat take. Back here. And this piece forward. Then you want to take the head back up. There we go. And you're going to knock down. See, you guys the arms back into those weird side sides. And bang, bang, bang. So I don't want to try that again. Let's get that in. Oh, it's just I don't get to. Everything into the bottom two. Ultimately, this Veritech is awesome. It's got one hell of a kick-ass Battloid mode, and I honestly can't complain other than that. With a Veritech or any transformable toy, you're probably just going to leave it in one mode for the rest of most of its life. Maybe transform it once or twice. But ultimately, the transformation sucks. But the 3 modes are actually quite decent, and even though I don't like the stickers, the Battloid mode makes up for all of it. Ultimately, I highly recommend this figure to the hardcore Robotech fans, or to Robotech fans in general.